Hello and welcome to Hope and the Magnolia. This is my first episode and it's a Q&A. Question I get asked all the time is I am vegan but my partner simply does not want to eat less meat or even consider the vegan lifestyle. What do I do? So I've got 3 ideas that can help out, but before I jump into those, I'm just gonna say this. It's Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. But he also said, the quote that I'm trying to think of, if you want to change the world, start by changing yourself. So if you are 100% committed to the vegan lifestyle and you demonstrate that every day, then that is going to be a really good start, a really good place to start. And I remember when I switched to a vegan lifestyle, I had hundreds of questions from people, and some of them I couldn't answer at the time, but I carried on, and I think I managed to influence a few people in over the years to at least consider, and that was by doing nothing but just changing myself. So you don't have to say anything to anybody, you just have to change yourself and be 100% committed. Right. Having said that, here are 3 things that you can do to maybe gently influence people around you to kind of consider the vegan lifestyle. So number 1, film and TV is a very powerful medium and it packs a real powerful punch. And many people have cited documentaries for being their reason for turning to a vegan lifestyle. And that's certainly one of the reasons. What's tipped me over the edge was watching a documentary on YouTube, and when I saw the popularity and I saw the groundswell, and I realised I wasn't alone. I wasn't the only one who's feeling like this, and I felt like there was like-minded people out there, and I thought the time was right. So there are lots of documentaries you can watch if you're subscribed to Netflix. There's Cowspiracy, there's What the Health, Forks Over Knives, and there's a brand new documentary coming out next week, in fact, on Netflix, called The Game Changers, which has been produced by Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Cameron and Jackie Chan, and it talks about competitive athletes, top level athletes, and how they've thrived on a plant-based diet and how well they're doing on a plant-based diet. So if your family would be interested in one of these documentaries, maybe have one of those playing in the background, maybe rent one, or just watch one and see what people make of it, and you might be surprised. Number 2, what you could start doing is start to replace some of the animal products in your house with plant-based versions, and you're operating on a stealth mode here, and there are some plant-based versions of products that are virtually unrecognizable and they're indistinguishable even from their animal counterparts. So for instance, Hellmann's do an amazing vegan mayonnaise, fat spreads, margarines. Flora is now 100% plant-based. You could even go as far as to replace some of the milk in your fridge and start adding some plant-based milk. And now a nice tall glass of roasted almond milk is actually quite nice. It's quite refreshing and I really enjoyed it. In tea, what I found was oat milk was a very good replacement. So there are lots and lots of products out there today that weren't available, say 3-4 years ago, that you could start to introduce. So number 3, just simply start cooking more vegan and vegetarian meals, but without depriving anybody of anything. What you're doing is, let's say you're having a meatless Monday, and even on a meatless Monday you could be cooking a plant-based burger or a plant-based hot dog. I had one last week and it was absolutely amazing, from Valoroso Lounge. I highly recommend them. But if you don't want to cook plant-based meats, you could make a pie replacing the minced beef with lentils or soya mince. There's some fantastic recipes out there. You could make bakes. You could make a Thai curry with roasted cauliflower. And how does that sound? Lentil dorka dal. with rice. You could try some of my very versatile vegan smoky barbecue beans, or my mushroom pie recipe. I've got a vegan moussaka coming, and I've got a vegetable bake as well, so 2 more recipes to add. So that's cooking different food, different meals is naturally going to bring in some new excitement and new buzz, because there's new sensations and new tastes and new textures to enjoy, and you're doing something completely different. That's always great, isn't it? So those are 3 ideas for you of how you can try and introduce a bit more veganism into your life, more plant-based meals. I hope those help. If you've got any ideas or suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and maybe they'll be able to help somebody. Hopefully you like the video, and if you do, give me a thumbs up, and maybe you'd like to consider subscribing, and join us over at www.hopeandmagnolia.com, and I'll see you again in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.